I just completed a short feature movie, 35 millimeter in color, called HWY, HWY, with a few friends of mine, and we got the first answer print day before yesterday, and it should be ready next week. I think it's quite good too. It's about 60 minutes long.
What's it about?
Essentially, there's no plot, no story in a traditional sense. A person, played by me, comes down out of the mountains and hitchhikes his way through the desert into a modern city, which happened to be L.A., and that's where it ends. It's a very beautiful film.
You were just in it, or what else did you do with it? Anything?
There were 4 guys that made it, me and 3 other guys, and we all just kind of made it together. It started out, I had an idea for a film about a hitchhiker who becomes a mass murderer, the kind of thing that happens every year or so, kind of like the Zodiac character, except, Starkweather and Billy Cook, and it happens every couple of years. And so we went out in the desert to start shooting it. While we were out there, the film took over and just went in its own direction and became something a little different. The only thing that was left from the original idea was the idea of a hitchhiker.
Do you like appearing in films?
The only reason I did it, to tell you the truth, is because I couldn't think of anyone else to do it, and it was just as easy for me to do it. I might do some films, I don't know.
The Blue PLJ New York.
I'm not that crazy about being an actor. I'd rather be a director or writer, something like that. But, if I had a chance, I'd probably do a few films. Why not? Shakespeare was an actor when he first came to London,
Are you going to be writing films, though? You have anything in the works?
Yeah, probably. If I do anything in films, it will probably be this script called St. Nicholas that Michael McClure and I wrote, based on his novel The Adept, which hasn't been published yet. It's a contemporary story about a couple of dope dealers that go to the desert to make a score. And if I do anything, that'll probably be the first project.
Are you going to appear in it also?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Sort of sounds like the beginning of Easy Rider.
Yeah, I know, but there's nothing I can do about it. This story was written before Easy Rider was made, and it's just superficial similarities. I know people are going to call attention to that, but I don't know what to do about it. It's very similar to Easy Rider, in its superficial aspects. Do you know? I read in Daily Variety yesterday. Easy Rider was made for about $385,000, and the estimated gross so far, $50 to $60 million. He said in a religious hushed tone. $50 to $60 million. That's quite a profit margin, my dear.
A lot of bad movies have made that much money too.
Yeah, but they usually cost $10 or $12 million to make. This is like breaks precedence all over the place, because it's the first essentially independent, low budget feature to really clean up in the old marketplace. It's unusual. It's going to open the scene up for a lot of people.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper's on another movie already. About money. Have the Doors become, wealthy enough?
Oh, yes, I can go into any restaurant in town and order anything I want. And I don't have to go to 50-cent movies anymore, either.
No, if you stop now...
I'll never stop. They can't stop me.
No, really, though, if you stop now, have you made enough to stop?
Let me think. No, I'm just so greedy, just the more I can get, the better, my ambition is to have a whole bunch of gold bullion. Is that the proper terminology? big gold bars, you know. I'd like to have a big gold bar, big chunks of gold, you know, just to have around the house. And, you know...
Now, look, a lot of the groups that I've talked to, they say that they have a lot of trouble holding on to money.
Well, that's their fault. They're probably spendthrifts, you know. It's like giving whiskey to an Indian. You know?
So you don't want to talk about money?
Oh, sure. What do you want to know?
Have you held on to your money?
Let's put it this way. I think with our, you know, with our economic system, you know, and tax structure, all that, I don't think it's possible ever to just retire and never work, you know. The economy keeps increasing. If you drop out of the economy, then it just passes you up, you know, in a couple of years, and you're left high and dry. I don't think it's possible to retire in a capitalistic society.